So in this video we'll be looking at how to mask a password in a login program. You can see, so we'll see how we can replace the characters that we key in when we are writing the password with an asterisk or a dollar sign or even a hashtag. So we start by writing the program iostream. So to write such a program, we need certain header files. We need a header file like the console input output, and we'll also need a string header file. Yeah, so we'll need those three header files. We need the using namespace, then we'll have our main section. We'll have the main section, we'll write the code. So after that we'll just declare the variables we need. We'll need a password variable which will hold 10 characters. We also need a username variable, also held 10. We also need another variable for the username, which will be keying in. We'll be keying in the username. We'll be using to key in the username. So for the username, we'll be holding we'll allocate the space in the memory which will hold the username that we'll be keying in. And we also need a character. After that we'll also need a boolean. Boolean check if it's true or false. True is 1, false is 0. So we'll start our loop at this point. We'll use a while loop. So while the boolean is false and the number of times we'll be able to enter the username and the password we'll put it to 3 times. Now we can enter the password. We'll start with the username. So enter username and end the line at that point. Enter username. So if the username that we've stored in the memory here is the same as the one you will be entering, we proceed to display a sign to show enter password. So to compare the username that we've stored at this point with the one that we are entering, we'll need to use this function, call it the string compare. We'll be able to compare the string. So with this we'll be able to compare the password, the username. The username stored in the memory with the one that we are entering. So if they are the same, you can display a message to show enter password. Then we can return the boolean as true. It's correct equals true. After that, can leave a comment here to show that function will compare compare the username we've stored in the memory with the one we are keying in. So that will be the function of that member function, the string compare. So after we display that message for entering the password, we just start our loop at this point. For password will be, the characters will be less than, less or equal to 7, put them to 7. After that, we'll allocate the character to the get character, to the get character function. So the get character function, so this function will allows you to just press any key, any button without displaying it on the console window. So that will be the job of the get character function. So after we allocate the assign the character to the get character, we'll do the same to the password. We'll allocate it to the character. After that, we'll need to have the mask that we'll be using to represent the characters we're entering. You can use a $sign, an asterisk, a hashtag. In this case, I'll just use an asterisk, and then we can display the characters we have. So that will help in masking the password, the characters that we are entering. After that, we'll need to have a condition in that if you press enter or backspace, no asterisk will be displayed. So if character is not equals to 13, so 13 is the AC number for enter. So if the character is not equal to 13, you can just display nothing. Else if the character is not equals to 8, again 8 is there for backspace. Will prevent printing of the number number 8 in case we press backspace or enter. So if that happens, if we press enter or backspace, we print the asterisk. That will print the asterisk. So after that, we can complete we had the if statement, we can have else. So if the username and the username we stored here is not the same as the one we are entering, you can just have a display to show wrong password or username, and then we can end our loop at that point. And end the while loop there, and we can also, if you want to see your password, you can say after we've entered the password, you can just say login successful, something like that. And if you want to see your password is, again you can use the for loop that will print the entire So you can use the for loop to print out the entire password, but the password just be plain without the asterisk or the masking or whatever character you're using to mask. You just print it out as it is. You have the password. This will print out the characters. Then we can return the get character. You can just call it here. Yeah. Oh yeah. This for loop should end here. So the for loop is just for this part, will help in masking the characters one by one. We can run the code and see how it looks like. Oh. So my username is Jimmy. So you can see we are masking each character. You can see we have we've masked this name, and you can see we also have a masked password here at this point. So that's a source code to masking a password in C++.